And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with Season 3, the drama season. Joey here, voice of the SDL. As always, I have my co-host, Nahoda. It's been a while. Nahoda, how you been?
I am wonderful, man. I am so happy to be here. We are back, season 3, baby.
Season 3, the drama season. So it's been a while since we've seen you guys last. We still got Edie behind the scenes pulling the strings. Shout out to Edie once again for organizing this and getting it all together. I'm going to run through a little bit that we missed from last season to get everyone caught up here. First, we're going to go through the Season 2 awards, Season 2 championship game, and then we're going to run right into Season 3, the drama season. So let's start with the awards. The 4 most important awards that everyone in Season 2 voted for going into Season 3. Starting off with the OPOY. Going to David Vasquez from the Purple Patio Pounders Season 2. He got 47% of the votes. Coming in second, Dennis Kelly, very deserving as well. He was the Season 1 OPOI. Next award, we got the Rookie of the Year for the court, who played the best for the new players. The runaway with this was Gary Saka. What an amazing rookie season for Saka. Welcome back for Season 3. He moved teams. We'll talk about that coming up shortly. And the last 2 awards. I saved these 2 for last because it's the same guy. DPOI and MVP going to Big J. O'Hearn came in second for the DPOI. I believe Escobedo came in second or third for the MVP there. What a season for Big J, all the way to the championship. They lost the championship, which we're going to talk about now real quick for 1 minute. Championship game, you had the White Sneaker Warriors up against the Blacktop Legends. What a contest there. An exciting atmosphere. We had so many people in the gym hooting and hollering here, but the Blacktop Legends pulled this one out, 65-61. Jose, player of the week, player of the game, championship MVP. He got the special ring. Jose had 32, 7-2. X factor for Black in the championship game was Aaron Goodman. What a game for Goodman. He was all over the place. What an X factor. Solidified it. Lon down low. Sasson. Bregman's stats, he rolled It's a Small World twice. He went on Thunder Mountain once, and he acquired 14 Disney dollars. So good for him, Bregman. Way to go, buddy. And it wasn't all bad for White. Hardly contested game. They had Big J with 22 and 14. O'Hearn with 18 and 10. But they came up short. We will roll that right into Season 3 here. Shout out to our Season 2 champions. Great season. Now we have Season 3, the drama season. Matt, you take it on from here.
Absolutely. So we started out the season. We ended with the championship and the champions, the Blacktop Legends. We started out season 3 with the Blacktop Legends. So Black played the new look Blue Collar Ballers. Tightly contested matchup, 71-68. Black came out on top. Monster game. Early player of the week vibes going on for Jose. Now, Black, the core 4, Lon, Goodman, Jose, Bregman, voted off Sasson, abolished him to the same place they abolished Armando to, added in Jerry Rodriguez. Jose comes out 32, 13, and 5. Huge player of the week vibes. Shot over 50%. A very Esco-like shooting performance. And Lon the Don, does that guy do anything but get 20 rebounds a game? I mean, he's unbelievable on the boards. New look Blue, missing very key player Jason Rosenberg, classic blue baller. We kept Rosenberg and Bobby Buckets together. The rest of Blue, goodbye Gary, goodbye Andrew Baumer, goodbye Mike Furman, and hello to the wall, to Jason Perry, and to Scotty Snyder. Scotty Snyder, Blue Ballers debut, 24 points, led the team. Bobby Buckets had 23 points. Jason Perry, a very cool, respectable 15, 15, and 8 on triple-double watch. But, man, they really missed Rosenberg. They really missed that two-man offense. These guys need to learn how to play with each other. Going to be wildly interesting. Honestly, not great shooting percentages from that team, but nobody below that 20%. No Lou candidates in that game. Again, there was a couple lower percentages on Black, but really tough to win that award when your team wins from the Lou. So really nothing else from the Blacktop Legends. Just starting that title defense off really strong. Game 2, Joey, take us through.
What do we got? We got the Graybeard Goats here looking up against the new Maroon Muscle. Like we said, we got a few new roster shakeups this year. The Graybeard Goats, in my opinion, looking like one of the top tier teams out there. You got Brandon Silver, you got Dennis Kelly, you got the camper down low. They have guys who do a little bit of everything. I like their roster. They came out on top of this one. It was a slugfest. They won 92-67 here. Maroon was missing a bunch of guys. They played with 2 substitute players. So shout out to Big Sarge, shout out to Lebo, coming out on a day they probably didn't expect to and getting some shots out there. But let's run through some of the better players of the week here. You had Adam Ravitz. What a game. 24, 10, and 13.
Most improved player.
Most
Adam
improved
Ravitz.
player from season 2. We glossed over that earlier. We just went through the 4 big awards, but definitely most improved player. I missed that one from season 2. Shout out Rav for real estate. What a game. Brandon Silver, 21-16. Dennis Kelly, 21-7. And he started off slow. He didn't get going until later in the game, but they were still able to assert their dominance. Scotty Pepper doing Scotty Pepper things. The Lemon Peppa Steppa, 18-13 out there. Huge game from James Ford. Lebo, 17-8, 23. And 8 actually for Lebo as well. So I mean, it was a great showing out there for Gray. I expect them to be one of the heavy hitters in this league for the drama season 3 moving forward. Let's see if Maroon can pull it together with Coffer, with Javon, with Dansky when they get their whole team back this week. We'll see how they fare.
Yeah, Gray's gonna be a problem. Gray's really good.
Into that, we have the baby Blue Banter game for season 3, folks.
Yes, Joey and I finally got to team up. Let's go.
That's
So we
right,
got
folks.
Baby Blue Banter. Totally new team. Replaced the defunct Orange team. I guess technically I'd be the only holdover from that team. But it's me. It's Joey. It's Edie behind the scenes here as well. It's Reich. And obviously everybody knows it's number 1 overall pick. Louis Garcia. Bang. We took on the new look Purple Patio Pounders, a couple holdovers from there. David Vasquez, player 13, Jared Shore, and then Armando, had a great game, by the way. We'll get back to that. Vlad, former Orange, former Gray, and our first newbie besides Jerry Rodriguez, we talked about a little bit on the black team, D-Lo, Darren Lowinger. Welcome to the STL. So running through this game really quick, Armando, monster game, 23, 15, and 4. Vlad had some really timely shots, made 17 points total, but some really timely threes at the end. For our Blue Banter team, Joey, I think Lewis and I both led the way with 19. I added 18 boards, 5 assists. You had 19 rebounds, which is an insane number coming from a guard. Lewis had 13 rebounds, 2 assists on his own. Look, really, the story here was poor shooting performance by Blue as a team. Overall, kind of a scrappy win for that purple team.
Yep.
Made the buckets that they needed to make at the time they needed to make them. Really, one thing to talk about, player of the week candidate Armando, again, 23, 15, and 4, had a monster pie number. From that perspective, again, one Lou candidate to kind of call out from a shooting performance. It's tough to win this award when your team wins. David Vasquez shot 20% from the field, which is right on that line. But 1 for 18 from 3, which is really tough. That's 6%. Jared Shore 1 for 9 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3. So a couple Lou candidates from that game.
Yep.
Am I missing? I don't really think there's anything out there. Oh, I was 1 for 1 from 3. I might not shoot another 3-pointer again as long as the season's going on. Take that wall perspective and try to top it off. But I think that's it from shooting performances. Joey, am I missing anything? Anyone?
Nope, going right into red-green here now. For the 4th game of the night, we had the Red-Eye Rebounders going up against my old team, the Green Lawn Gladiators. Green has a completely new squad, except Nogus. He stayed over there. They got Saka, Bomber, Furman, Assassin. Saka was out this week. Red came in with also a new roster. They picked up Sissio. They picked up Birdman. They still have Rosenthal. They still got Mean Gene over there. They let go of Coffer. So we'll see how it fares, but they pulled it out. 96-77. Green missing their number 1 pick, obviously their A player in Saka. It was going to be a tough week. He was sick. Hopefully he feels better and he'll be back this week. But
word is he is.
What a game from Sissio. Well, let's talk about it. This dude in the first half last season, that's why he was an all-star. He was amazing. And
Joey, this was beyond first half Sissio. This was a monster game.
I know he had a great game. We gave him player of the game in the moment. I believe I was on the side there, but I didn't think it was 37. Then when I seen the box score, I watched the replay. I was like, oh, wow, there's a lot of threes that went down. Easy buckets around the hoop. He had 37, 12, and 1. Let me look at the pie here real quick. 21 pie, game high. I mean, absolutely dominant game there for Sissio down low. Escobedo with 19-9, Berman with 19-8, Rosenthal with 10-13. Just a complete team effort there from Red. They're going to be a team to look out for in the end as well. If they get hot, watch out. You know what I mean? They have guys at every single position. You got a shout out for Nogus out there. He had 9-19. Huge rebounding night for him. Probably the biggest he's ever had there. 29-6 from Bomber. He was actually lighting up the court, talking a lot of smack too in that first half. Saying they can't guard me, let me know. And it was fun to watch. But then they started to cool off in the second half. Red asserted their dominance, and they continue to roll. And that was the story for that game.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think Noakes had a really good preseason game. Uh he looked different in this game. I wonder if that, might have awoken the beast a little bit. But yeah, if you told me, Esco's not getting to 20, I would have been like, uh-oh, the Red might be in trouble versus Green. Now, again, Green had a lot of subs, so I was expecting Red to win, but, Esco not cracking 20, then you go scroll down the box score a little bit and see CCO at 37, man. Matt, so happy for you, dude. That's such an awesome game.
Yep.
Monster game. Moving on to game 5. With the White Sneaker Warriors last season's second place or first loser, White Sneaker Warriors taking on the Yellow Light Hustlers. Again, they were the Toilet Bowl champs. That team basically blown up. They kept Ian. Ian was the main holdover from there. Arif was also there and remained there. But other than that, 3 new players. I mean, just got to say it. Was there a better SDL debut for a new guy than Daniel Fink? Holy cow. Going up against the reigning MVP, 2-time reigning DPOI in Big J Marable. And I'm just going to zoom in to make sure I get this right. Dude had 35 points, 34 boards, and 6 assists on 50% shooting.
And it's not just Big J, too. And there's some switches there. You got DPOI runner-up O'Hearn on you. You know what I mean? So it's like White is probably the best defensive team in the league, in my opinion. And to put up those numbers, obviously they lost, but still, what a debut.
Good gravy.
Yeah.
I pity the fool who has to play Fink week 2.
Oh, wait. Anyways.
Yeah, he what a performance, and despite all that, Ian still put up 16, which is crazy. Fink, huge. Even in a loss, you have to do something crazy in a loss to be a player of the week candidate. That's a monster game. And then White, one of the more well-rounded scoring performances from their big 3. We talked about Mirabal, we talked about O'Hearn. Add in Alex. Yeet. 24 for Big J, 22 for O'Hearn, 22 for Alex, a myriad of rebounds, 5 assists each for all of them. Quick shout out to Brett Halpern and his, another rookie in the SDL, 5 points, 6 assists, 5 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. So shout out to him. In his debut, really glad to see him out there. Didn't have a great shooting night, shot like 17%, so technically a Luke candidate, even though he won. But yeah, what a debut. Let me tell you something. The league is buzzing about Fink. They didn't win. They had Sean Medeiros is there. They needed a sub because they're missing Hoseby. Sean got hurt during the game, rolled his ankle, I believe, a little bit. So they were playing with 3.5 guys on their normal rotation. But yeah, the league's buzzing about Finkenstein, and it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this plays out the rest of the league. I think I'm really excited to say that I'm not going to be the most double-teamed guy in the league going forward. Like, genuinely, wholeheartedly believe that. And that's just because I'm surrounded by a bunch of handsome, great shooters, but that's for another day.
Yep.
Anyway, so let's wrap up the week.
Yep.
Who do you got? Do you want to take the Lou or you want to take the player of the week?
I'll go Lou first, and then we'll go player of the week. Ended on a high note here. So we had a lot of nominees. I don't have them here in front of me this week. We're just getting back into it. But we're going to go with a guy on the Green Lawn Gladiators here. I'm going to read out the stats. He was 7 for 40, folks.
He put up 40 shots?
Took 40 shots. That's 18%. So you're in the teens there. For anyone who's doing a math major, that's a lot of misses, folks. 40 shots. I don't know if our team wide took 40 shots as a team this week, anyways. But
incredible.
Andrew Sasson, I love you, big bro, but unfortunately, you are the winner of the Lou in week 1, season 3, the drama season. It's coming to you, Andrew Sasson, two-tone.
Sasson, the most underrated and overrated player in the league. Look, player of the week candidate. I got to go honorable mention, or not player of the week candidate, player of the week finalist, this person that's winning. I got to go honorable mention to Fink, 35, 34. I mean, just needs to be said. Round of applause, awesome stuff. But your team lost. Your team lost by 4. White Sneaker Warriors won 75-71. You just can't take home that player of the week if you lose. It's got to be the guy that led his team. Got to be the only guy that outscored Fink, and that would be player of the week, Matt Sissio. Week 1, 37, 12, and 1. Why have more than one assist if you have 37 points? Keep chucking that rock. So that wraps up week 1. Let's dive right into our preseason, not preseason, our pregame for week the night. Again, Baby Blue, little switch of the schedule for Edie's purpose. We get to go first every week, 6 p.m. game. Love that. We talked about it already. We are playing yellow, and let me just tell you something, Joey. The lines are out. This one may surprise you. 2 0-1 teams. I believe the only 2 0-1 teams that are facing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right about that? Oh no, blue and green are playing each other too, but everyone else has some wins mixed in.
Right.
Baby Blue versus Yellow. Baby Blue is favored.
Yep.
By 2.5. Now,
We are.
Jose is out again.
Yep.
Sean Medeiros is out for the entire game. We've got subs Chris Tejeda,
Yep.
as well as Bobby Bucket's going to be running for Arif with his medical exemption. Baby Blue's favored. Look, 2.5 is a really tight game. What are your initial thoughts on that line? Baby Blue versus Finkenstein and friends.
So obviously, yellow, they look great against the runner-up from season 1 and the MVP and DPOI and Big J, but they're missing 2 guys. That's tough in this league, to just fill in a couple guys. One guy, Tejada, this is going to be his SDL debut as well. And Baby Blue, I think I could speak for the whole team here. We're angry. We're angry after last week's loss to Purple. We all shot very bad from the field from a percentage wise. And I always like to say on the podcast, this applies to myself as everyone else in the league. Water finds its level. You know what I mean? Even if it's 2 weeks in a row, it's usually going to come back to where it's at. So I don't see guys on our team shooting single digit percentages again. But we have to find a way to slow down Fink. Obviously, Arif had a great game last week. Ian is a threat out there. It's going to be a great game. But like I said, I understand us being favored with them down 2 guys. So.
Yep, I get it. I think Ian, you said it well. Ian's the X factor. Look, Fink's gonna Fink. If he's doing it on Jay and O'Hearn, he's gonna get his. There's no like, oh, let's just hold him to 20 and we win the game. Not happening. So Ian's the X factor. If Ian scores 20 something points and they get a solid, third, fourth option from that sub pool and from Arif, they're well into this. If we shoot what we know a percentage that we can shoot because we feel like we're gonna get the shots that we want. I think Baby Blue could easily win this. That is very well represented in the Baby Blue minus 2.5 line.
Yep.
Do you have the lines in front of you? Do you want me to read them to you so we can keep going?
I got them. Game 2 of the night, rolling right in. We got the Maroon Muscle going up against the White Sneaker Warriors. So this one is a little shocker to me. We got the Maroon Muscle as the favorite, minus 2.5 here. So Maroon. So the only thing I don't have in front of me, there's no one missing from that game, Craig. That's a 5-on-5 game.
Let me double check that, but I'm almost 100% certain that you are correct in that.
So if that's a 5-on-5 game, while he's checking that out for me, Maroon hasn't played a full game together yet.
Confirmed. That is exactly, yeah.
To me, obviously, Hard Reich, he's part of the podcast crew over there. He sets the lines. I think that should be reversed, personally. I think White should be favored in this. Why? They come off a huge win last week against a good yellow team. Obviously, Sean went down and they played that a little underman. But White made it all the way to the championship. Obviously, they lost Javon. They picked up Brett Halpern. This is obviously his SDL debut. Made it last week. They gel very well together. Their game, they play inside out through Jay. O'Hearn on the defensive end. Big J playing defense. When Alex knocks down their shots, they're top tier team, obviously. Not to put the pressure on him, but you obviously need someone to spread the court in this league. It's a 3-pointer league. Maroon is no joke, though. They beat us up in preseason finale. They got, They got Scotty Pepper, they got Coffer, they got Javon, they got Dansky. They are running around out there. So I still think White should have been favored here. I picked them on the points in the league poll. What do you think, Matt?
I totally agree with that statement. I think White should be favored. I think Jay Mirabal might be the most disrespected guy in the league when it comes to lines, when it comes to things. And let me tell you, we know one thing about Big J. You don't want to piss him off. He goes honey baked ham when he gets mad. So you definitely don't want to piss him off. Moving right on to game 3. Really interesting line here. Again, red minus 6.5 versus purple Patio Pounders. Now, this is going to be a 4-on-4 game. Red is missing Mean Gene. Purple is missing Armando,
Right.
player of the week candidate last week. Monster game versus us, 20-something points, 15 boards. Still a really big line for Red. I think given the roster disparity in terms of folks being out, I agree Red should be favored. I would have put this probably at like 4.5. I think Red should be favored, but that's a really big line. I think Reich is banking on early season Sissio to kind of put a pin in that and keep that momentum going. If second half Sissio shows up, which I'm not expecting to happen, but if that does happen, it's going to be a lot closer than 6.5. I do still think Red pulls that out. What are your thoughts? High
I
level.
agree. I believe Red should be favored here. Armando being out for purple is absolutely huge. Why? Because now they only got one big guy in D-Lo. Don't get me wrong. Vasquez and Shore on the defensive end play much bigger than their height on the stat sheet. But still, Red, after the moves they made, I noticed this last week, they're a tall team.
They're a big
Escobedo's a
team.
big guy. Sissio's a big guy with real long reach. Berman's taller than he looks out there. So, I mean, and then you got a Rosenthal just running around like a chicken with his head cut off, continuous motor.
Great
I
slacker. Love
don't
playing
hate the
vertically.
line only because Armando's out. You know what I mean? If he's in there, that's another big body to crash the boards. I think Red dominates this game
That's
inside.
fair. That's
It's
fair.
only D'Lo's second game in the SDL. I don't know how they're going to match up unless Red is ice cold from the field. I think Purple's going to be in a little bit of trouble. I don't expect Vasquez to go 1 for 17 again from the field. That's not him. He's our OPOY. He'll get buckets, but that's a tough matchup missing your main big guy in Armando.
Yeah, that's true. He's one of 18 from from 3. Just
From
as an
3.
FYI. Yeah,
Okay.
he cooked Edie inside a couple times.
Right. So yeah, even from a shooting perspective, yeah, he won't shoot like again. Water will
Yeah,
find trouble
that's
for
true.
Vasquez again too. He'll get his buckets, but I worry about them. Red's second chance points, third, fourth chance points, stuff like that is where I think is going to make the difference.
I agree. All right, I got to take. I know it's your turn. I got to take this one.
Oh yeah.
But look, Gray. I get it. Gray on paper might be the best team in the league. I think they're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
How many times are we going to make Jose an underdog in this league?
Yes.
It
Yes.
is Gray minus 4.5 versus Black. At worst, that should be a pick 'em against every team in this league. And it's no disrespect to Gray, because again, I think Gray might be the best team on paper. Genuinely. They should be favored against everybody. Except for Black. They win the championship every year. Jose just, I mean, when they don't play well, Jose just goes, I got you guys, puts the team on his back, and goes out there and gets a dub no matter the situation. This is just craziness to me. I don't understand what we're doing here. I get it that on paper we can go person by person. Gray's gonna be like, oh, I like Gray there, I like Gray there, I like Gray there, but I like Black, I like Jose over. It doesn't matter. Just because Jose has such a grasp of the game, he knows how to play with these core 4, him and his 3 guys,
Yep.
so well. Even when it didn't look like it was going well, week 1 with Black, it worked.
Right.
So it's just crazy. We don't have to say anything else. It should be Black. It should be a pick 'em, Black minus 5.5. But it is what it is.
Okay.
I'm done. I can't
He's done.
keep doing this. This is like blasphemous.
Rant over.
What do you got for the last game?
Last game of the week, running out here. We got the Blue Collar Ballers versus the Green Lawn Gladiators here. Blue Collar Ballers, 6.5-point favorites against Green. Unfortunately, in all the power rankings we've done so far, preseason, week 1, Green is at the bottom for the most part of the power rankings. We need to see if they can gel a little bit together. They have good talent on paper, obviously.
They haven't played yet. They haven't
really
played each other
played
yet.
together. We don't know what we're going to expect here because Saka has been out. He's been injured. Guys have been in and out of the lineup. Furman missed a preseason week. So we don't know what we're really going to get there. But the Blue Collar Ballers, I like their roster. Okay, I played with Perry last season. I think if Green played better last season, he's an MVP candidate. Is Rosenberg all the time, even when he has a down season. A down season for him is like 18 and 10 and whatever. They can get a bucket. You got the Wall. You got Bobby. You guys have a great team over there on Blue. Spreads the floor for them. He had a huge week last week with Rosenberg out. This one right here, I understand the 6.5-point spread because, like we said, we don't know what we're going to expect with Green. But if Saka has an explosive game, if Bomber gets hot, Furman was playing.
New look Nogues.
I like New Look Nogues. He's been playing. So I played with Nogues last season. Towards the end of the season, I love playing with him. The pick and roll was deadly. He's down there, creating space for guys. but it's tough here. So I got to go with Blue on this one. I do like the 6.5 points. Perry, great player. Rosenberg, great player. You got to go with those guys. But like I said, Furman, I think he had a shot at MIP last season. He's been getting better and better and better. But yeah, that'll wrap it up for season two. Or I'm sorry, week two, season three, the drama season. Sorry, getting a little dyslexic here. But I just want to mention a few other things that we glossed over real quickly. I want to give a shout out to the retiring players coming into this season. These guys either were injured or couldn't make it back for season three quickly. We had DeMar still rehabbing the Achilles, Dave G rehabbing the back. We had 4-Point Rob go to the retirement. Hopefully we'll see you back one day, Rob. Berg decided to be a team manager for the white team. Alex Berg, shout out him and the Backstreet Boys. We got Greg G. He had a little bit of injury. Greg, hopefully he'll Rui, Lebo, Diaz, Dan White, all you guys. I hope to see you guys back one day in the SDL. It's a brotherhood over here. Everyone heal up, come back, watch us, be in the chat, hopefully be active. But yeah, season 3 is in full effect right now, and we are absolutely rolling.
I love it. And week 2 starts tomorrow. Let's get it.
Let's
see
go,
everybody
baby.
in banter. Joey, as always, thank you. Edie, thank you for the work that you do. Let's get it.
Let's go, baby. See you.